Hey guys, welcome back. You had a good Tuesday in the markets, July 22nd. I'm gonna review the 0-day options today. We took on SPY. I have a small account trying to build up from pennies. Not quite, but it fluctuated. I start with 500 bucks, see how long it'll last me, see if I can grow it from there. I've blown it up once. This is my second buy back in, my second rebuy. My new respawn, and yeah, it's gone all the way down to 70 something dollars, and we're back up. We're about double that now. So review the trades on today. Thursday was good, Friday was good, Monday was good. Not huge days, but nice green days, solid patient trades. So happy with how it's been today. Not quite as good, but let's review here. So this morning, first things off, we had a cup that closed. So I probably am too. You don't ever want to bias, even if a bullish or bearish structure presents itself, because it can always flip you the other way, and that's why we have the lines and we have the liquidity levels and we have all that. So I maybe am guilty of that too much, where once it's completed a cup or an inverse cup, I'm just looking for that handle. And in this case, it's kind of a tight range. If it hadn't fully completed the cup, I may would have been more bold to take puts at low of day, but I wasn't. Completed this cup, and I didn't have much as far as bullish liquidity structure. This white one I did put in, so I was kind of waiting for it to build a little shoulder up here after that cup was closed and ahead, and then I was going to grab it on the break of this white, and it didn't. So this didn't look like a great head to me either, which is part of the reason I didn't take puts on the break of this green. My green didn't come about until about here. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll use that as resistance. And then it would have been puts at low a day, which, yeah, as you get more comfortable, confidence grows. That's why it's kind of my main goal right now, is just grow confidence. And with the account a little bit bigger, where I can take more than one trade a day with one contract, it does help. It gives me a little headroom if I want to take something I'm not quite as comfortable with, but a little more risky. We did have this gold that it was kind of following there too. But at this point in the day, I don't even know if I had the gold. So really getting the algos charted out early is a big advantage. I'm just doing it on my own. Like I'll reference SPY day trading on YouTube. I'll reference his charts some, especially the 30-minute. But trying to just sort it out on my own, it helps with confidence as well. So anyways, that one came down, and so then I'm looking for liquidity to be built to take it short again. So I mean, ideally for me, it would be a nice shoulder built wherever it stops, and then retesting this for a head, and then grabbing it somewhere up there. It did start building liquidity down here, but it just didn't stop and just ended up grinding, and that's correlated with the 30-minute here on Eric's chart.
And the news is good, then typically it opens.
There's Ross Cameron. Also have 5-day moving average down here. So yeah, there's a few things for why it didn't want to necessarily come all the way down. Completed this inverse cup, and we still have this wide range of just this wedge. Bigger wedge here, much larger, but all these smaller ones were still kind of consolidating in this area. So I was careful to see. I mean, at that point in the day, it was early, so it had broken down here, but it hasn't a whole lot, I guess, because it just popped back up in there, and then you have a long range to this top of this channel, and then up here, and then if it breaks that, up to here. So really has room to kind of move around. So we didn't get nice movement for most of the day, and lately I've been doing better, kind of around the middle of the day. Like the last 3 trading days, middle of the day, sort of towards end a bit. I think there hasn't been many good setups in the morning, so this was a pretty nice setup, but yeah. Anyways, let me review the trades we did. So I ran out of trades on this small account, which is, I haven't done that. The last few days I've actually had still buying power by the end of the day, which is also confirming the discipline I've had to not trade when there hasn't been something very clear for me. Today, yeah, a little more loose today. So 10:49, I was into. Here we are. This isn't. Oh, this is right. I forgot. So barely red. I'm gonna show you why. Nice. I forgot. That actually makes me more happy. Makes me more pleased with my trading. 1049 I was into puts. And yeah, so catching heads, I think I probably need to start cutting that out of my playbook. Even if they're close to resistances, it's just I feel like my success rate with that's pretty low. Let's see, 1049. Okay, so gold is 5-day moving average. Purple's VWAP. So I got this one here, and I didn't get it back here because of Emperor's chart, which he didn't. He had a less aggressive one,
never misses setup.
Jeez, every time I move something over, it starts the video up. A less aggressive one, which I'm not trying to look at them, but I do some and just kind of to see if I'm off. And I'll hold some weight into their charts, especially on a day like today where it's so grindy, where I'm maybe not seeing everything. So he had this kind of gold one right here, and that's kind of why I waited until 49. So it broke that gold. I was thinking shoulder here, head, and it broke the gold. So I guess it's a front run a little bit because really I should have waited till it broke this magenta. So yeah, but that's why I didn't take it when it broke my purple, and I waited till that candle. So got it there, closed out, stopped out. Yeah, the first one's actually kind of a big loss, 44 cents to 35 cents. Big for how small of a position it is. Percentage-wise, it's pretty large. So stopped out of that one at 55. So it did come down. I went a little bit green maybe for a bit. And then I stopped out on this candle. Basically at the top of that candle, I was just, once I started grabbing that liquidity, I'm like, that's my stop. So I was hoping for a little pullback, but I just went ahead and did it. That was the first one, so I was down like $9. And then 1108, I was into one call. Sorry, I keep saying it in the plural. One call, 1108. So I was kind of a dog chasing tail today, middle of the day and around VWAP and around 5-day. So since it didn't have continuation to the downside, I'm looking for, the upside, but it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes it just goes sideways. It made this nice inverse head, grabbed it. Where are we though? 1108. Yeah, so this was on the break of that white. So my white channel, again, Emperor had an even flatter one also, and that's what kind of hurt my confidence a little bit. But you have a little inverse head, shoulder, and a shoulder here. Also this larger one, so this is kind of a mini one next to it as well with the break. This one looked pretty good to me. Just didn't have continuation. Didn't have volume. On the 30-minute, there was nowhere for it to go, no liquidity to grab, so it just kind of didn't work. This is another $9 loss. Wow. So yeah, 39 to 30. 1113, I closed it. Yes, on that red candle. I'm like, man, 2 red trades. That's kind of where I'm gonna consider start not trading the rest of the day or just taking a big break. Given it's a small account and my stops are very tight, I kind of can afford a little bit more because I also am running out of buying power, so it's not like I can blow up my account. If these entries were 1% or 2% of my whole portfolio or my whole account, then yeah, I would have to be more strict with 2 red trades and I'm done, or 3 red trades and I'm done. With this, it's like I only can have maybe 3 trades total, so risk of blowing it is not as great, which is kind of nice, but I am going to have to tighten that up once this account grows. So yeah, that one, 1108 to 1113. So then at that point I'm down like $20, which didn't feel great. 208, I was into calls. So I waited quite a bit there, if you see, multiple hours. 208 to 2010. So we did have this little inverse head and shoulder, but yeah, at that point, I was kind of waiting for it to break the larger wedge, and it did break my wedge here, and maybe I should have just trusted that. So that was the issue. So broke my wedge right here. This is Emperor's chart. Broke my wedge there. And for him, he had a less aggressive one up here. So it looks like both bars are kind of right because it rejected that there. And then for me, it kind of used my breakout as a support. So anyways, I didn't get it there. Let's see, 208 to 210 calls. Yeah, this was another $9 loss. Wow. So it rallied up. Then it completed the cup. So where am I though? Oh, 2. Okay, yeah, way up here. Completed the cup. I'm looking for a handle now. Or this could be a head for the shoulder down here. There's a lot of liquidity there. So let's see. 2. Okay. Is this? Hold on. Oh yeah. All right, right in here. Yeah, it wasn't a great structure. However, it did retest this low back here from open, which was this blue line, bounced off of it, and then it broke this white, which when it broke up here, that was a legitimate break, and that was kind of my thinking behind this one. So I got it right there, calls, thinking this could be the head, this is the shoulder. Again, on Emperor's and probably Eric's also, there was a less aggressive channel up here. So yeah, then this candle's what I closed on, and by that point, yeah, it's down like 26, some 27 bucks, I don't know. And if you have good risk reward, tight stops, you know, 3 red trades and 1 green trade, sometimes all you need. And if I actually held this green trade for 2 minutes longer, I would have been not quite green, but I would have been almost as green as what I've been the last few days. But it's no problem. 224, so a bunch of volume came in, big red candle. I almost started making mistakes in there. I'm so glad I just was patient. I don't even know if I started box breathing or what, but I was like, okay, it's breaking, it's grabbing liquidity. Should I go on this green candle for puts? And I'm like, I'm just gonna wait. No rush. So then it came up here, and then I'm like, this is a beautiful inverse head and shoulders. We've already completed the cup, so this might as well be a handle, especially with how nice that head is with all that volume. It broke in my white. This was inside Emperor, so it was a little bit risky, but I did end up getting calls here. 224. So right here on that red candle. So broke out. Got 1. Yeah, I got 1. I don't know if I had buying power for another one. No, that was all my buying power. So that was my last trade regardless. And held through here. It was a little bit difficult, but I was like, you know what? Looks like it's flipping this resistance into support. Even though at that point we were still... Let's see, where is that? Yeah, we were still inside his, so... A bit risky. I was kind of trusting my chart there. And that's why I try not to look at other people's charts, but days like today, I feel like maybe a little bit. I don't know. You got to be careful. You don't want to... It's kind of a lazy way and doesn't help your confidence. But in this case, my stop was basically if it grabbed this. So right down here, past this line, that'd be my stop. And my take profits up here, probably close to 3 to 1, which is kind of what I'm looking for. And sure enough, we got it. Grinded up my purple here, which they didn't actually have a purple. Theirs was steeper and then a less aggressive. So I don't know. But yep, closed it on this candle, like right about here. I like to close just before my basically take profit, just because that's kind of obvious level. And if it's not going to, you know, yeah, algos, market maker, they're all trying to not get it to that spot. So I'm usually going before my actual take profit. When I have more than one contract, sure, I'll do one and then try another one at my actual take profit. But yeah, that trade was 24 cents to 46 cents. So let's see, almost 100%, close to 100%. And that's all I needed. Which, yeah, I guess I was down about 24 bucks because now I'm only down 4. So put my great day basically break even. And I'm thankful for that. Glad I didn't have buying power because who knows what I would have done here. Hopefully nothing. On the big account, I did do a couple trades here. I'm like slightly green, but yeah, I kind of felt like I shouldn't have been trading there. But yeah, happy about it. Nice cup, handle, lacked continuation, but this inverse head and shoulders kind of towards the end of the day with the volume was very nice looking. And yeah, able to fight another day. Thanks for watching. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. See you guys in Discord. Peace out.